Good boy.
Well, they look a lot more under control.
This is why I'd like you to get on, because I'm nearly there. I can't quite do it. Ace. Boy.
Zoom straight. Good, that was a good 1-1. So really our next job, as well as, getting more than 1-1, is to be able to get 1-1-1-1 quicker. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that you could maybe get, 6 pairs up and down the long side. Yes, good. Yes. Well, you got 2 there. Just rebalance, regroup. Straight. Don't have his nose to the right. Keep him straight.
Ace. Ace. No, I'm not actually.
Yeah. Just get a couple more 1-1 and then I'll have a spin and see how it goes. Keep him straight. 2 behind you. Good. Well done. Good. Yeah, better. I can see what you mean. It's just becoming slightly out of control, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I always feel like you're really you couldn't get 2 1s when you first came, let alone piece them together. I quite agree. It's not where you want to be. It's not quite there yet.
Just teach him to be calm about it.
Well, there's 2 ways. It's not. I don't think he's at the stage where you make him calm. For me, he's not submissive enough about it.
Well, what is that?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
First, he's got to be submissive, i.e., do as he's told. And even if he's a bit like that about it, well, that's tough for a while, and then you make him calm. He's too much still in the process to think about making him calm. He's got to let you ride him. That's how I would word it.
Yeah.
Calm suggests soft, floppy, don't worry, good boy. I don't know if that's what you mean, but that's what it suggests to me. And that's not what we need. What we need is, no, you wait, you listen. We don't need to be stressed about this. You have to just do as I say. And it's a slightly different approach. Do you know? For me,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's how I would look at it.
Right, okay.
I mean, if he's flying around like a maniac, it's no good. I quite agree. But he's not going to come round just by
2 usually.
So that's number 5, is it?
Yeah, new leather. He always has got his knickers in a twist.
Yeah, he's that sort.
Anything new I teach him. Oh, mate.
Come on, I'm sorry. He says, oh, God, not you.
Good boy. And I have to wind up to 4. I can get 3 or 4 quite frequently.
Well, I think, what we've got to get now is that you can, at any point, at any place, get the 1-1. And when you say calm, I would say...
obedient.
Obediently, yeah.
I think what I mean is that because he's so stressed about it, he's actually throwing me about, and I have no idea who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, what you're saying. All I'm saying is, let's tackle it from the right angle.
Right.
I think you're right. It does become a little manic and a little stressy. I totally agree.
Right.
Well, that said, I think you've done a good job.
Oh, okay. So I just got to bite the bullet and stick it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I must admit, I try to carry him. I've tried having him down, I've tried having him really short, I've tried lifting him out.
And nothing makes that much difference. He's just got to be where he's got to be and let you ride him, hasn't he?
The one thing that does make a difference is when he's truly in front of me and it's a really light contact on the rein. So I have been working on that canter because as soon as he hits the bit, and it's not me smacking him in the teeth, he's hitting it, then everything goes pear-shaped. And he gets antsy, although I've hit him in the teeth, which I haven't. He's hit himself in the teeth. I'm hoping you'll feel an improvement to him as well.
Well, it feels better here. I mean, I can ride in a straight line. No, not that. Good boy.
And that's the other thing he does on the last one. He pulls down and then he absolutely cannot do any more. He's better, isn't he?
Yeah, he almost gets there before you. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, because it shows he's, willing to do it.
He's always been a bit like that with his half passes and things. He's bloody gone. He's halfway across the arena before I said go. Good boy.
Good boy.
I have done 4. Jerry has seen me do 4. Have you got him in a really light? Yes, you have, in a really light contact now. He's up, isn't he? Properly up.
Good boy. He's much better. What you've been doing is much... It doesn't feel half as...
Yeah.
Try this way and then we'll try and do...
You kept him calm.
Right, and sorry, I was concentrating, I didn't respond. No, he's not on a light contact.
Oh, it looked like it was a... Or are you
it's in self-carriage, but I can feel his mouth. Because you almost need that, connection to bounce off. Does that make sense? You've got your bounce, 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 bounce. If there's nothing there, before you know it, he will end up on his nose or galloping or...
Okay.
I'm exaggerating, of course, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So how can I think? It's like I always think, like a puppet on a cross.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned. The contact's got to be the cross. You've got to hold it steady from there,
right,
so that everything can happen. If it's too light, then you've not got that, and everything loses its stability. So it's not a contact that is strong or pushing against your hand in the horrible way, like you were saying, like he doesn't like. Just this, that I can just feel his mouth. Where's the rain gone? That I can just feel his mouth, just like you would at any point. If I want to give the race, I can.
Right, so he's not hanging on to
No, it's not hanging on. It's into the contact, but he's supporting himself. Don't be lazy. Boy. So I'm just going to try and just... So he's in my hand. Can you see the contact's good and steady? But if I wanted to set him up so I could just give the rein away, I do. I mean, he's had him stay in better carriage, but... he doesn't feel like he falls in a heap,
Yeah. And then he just goes to bomb off with you, doesn't he?
Oi, where are you going?
I think that's where he gets me.
Good boy. Yeah, you get too big.
Yeah. I can see it. I can see it in my mirrors. can't fix it.
No, this monkey. Good boy.
I'm glad you're breathing.
No, you're not going crooked. No, you just get there and stay there, you little devil. No. Good. See, this is better. Because before, when you lost him, I felt like it took 6 laps to get him back again. Whereas I feel like now he lets you put him back in 6 strides.
And I can do it from my body now. Yeah, you do nice, neat little ones.
I'll give him a walk because he's been very good. I think if you've been riding for a light contact, that's half your problem.
No, sorry, I think I mistold you that one. The only time I can get forward is when he's not hanging on to me.
Yeah.
So I see what you say, but if he's hanging on and a bit dead in my hands, I won't get them.
Yeah.
In other words, he's not in self-carriage.
Yeah, but he's got to be. You need that contact. That I'm trying to think how to word it to make it make sense.
I also feel that his back end is more underneath me, so I get the lighter contact. Because sometimes he's quite heavy in my hands.
But it's like he needs to be a little bit in the contact, but under control, not pulling away from you. You've got to have that elastic bounce in the rein to get the elastic bounce in the changes.
Right.
Because he doesn't know them, Nikki.
Okay.
You know, so he needs you to be sort of really supporting him, holding him, so you can keep saying, like this, like this, like this. If he becomes too light, it may work once or twice, but when he becomes out of balance, you can't instantly correct him because he's not there at the end of the rein to instantly correct.
Oh, that makes sense.
Do you see what I mean? Whereas if he's really in that connection between your leg and your hand, you've always got him. So when it goes wrong, you've not got as far to go to regroup. Does that make some sense?
It does make sense. Well,
and let's not forget, like I just said, he's still learning them. He's not got them. He's learning them. So he still needs that support. No. Oh, he fucked. Oi! Do that. Devil.
You see now, when he starts to do that, I put him lower and rounder, and probably a bit longer if I'm completely honest.
No, he's got to, it's got to be what I just said, between the leg and the hand, bouncing against the rein. Good boy. And I don't ask. You can see I do quite a bit of just riding round till I feel like, I've got him. I'm going to have a bash now. And it still might not work, but I give it the best possible chance of working. Good fella. No. I'm allowed to click.
You're not doing anything else, are you?
No.
I think part of it is that he tries so bloody hard.
Yeah, now he's like, what do you want me to do? And he's always done them, and that's it. So I want to get some more now, please. No, stop doing that.
He smashed all my fences.
Has he?
Yeah.
No.
Are you not asking for that?
No, I'm not asking for anything.
Oh, God. Naughty boy.
No, just wait. Good boy. But what? I went round 4 times before I was like, now. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
and I had him. Yeah, and I could only do that because of what you've done, man. Because like weeks ago, he was so popping all over the place.
Yeah. What's been working quite well for him is walk, canter, change, walk, and then repeatedly. Then I can get the 3s and 4s.
I feel like you've got to keep doing everything we've been saying. Submission. He must let you ride him straight. He must let you ride him short and bouncy. He must let you say, now change, now don't change. And when you feel you've got all those things, then you do the pop, 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 pop. When pop, pop's working, or whatever you want to call it, 1-1, then do your 4. When you know you can get 4, then have a bash for a couple more, 6.
Notice you didn't reprimand him other than verbally.
No, and that's the thing. You've not got to, I don't know if I've said this before, I always say it to people with the horses. He says, no, I'm not doing that. And then the temptation is to say, oh, but yes, you are. You've not got to get involved in that dialogue. You've got to be thinking like this, like this, like this, and almost ignore everything he's saying. Just keep focused on this canter, this contact, this canter, this contact. Wherever he throws himself, like he was doing all those funny changes, I didn't react. I just kept my aids in right canter. I kept the contact I wanted, and I kept riding for that, and I waited till he came back to me. You know, he almost got bored of his little evasion.
Right, that's interesting, because I thought you might have stopped him or something. I don't mean you beat him up, because you're not the type.
No.
But I thought you might have stopped him sharply.
No, it's just been firm, but calm and consistent with it.
Right.
Isn't it? You know, like I say, it's not. I don't want him overly relaxed, because if he's overly relaxed at this stage, he won't have that little bit of tension he needs in order to learn. You know.
And he won't have the lift and stuff.
No.
Really.
No. But by the same token, I don't want him stressed or thinking he can do what he wants. And the best way, you know, with horses to deal with a stressed horse or a horse that thinks what it can do what he wants is to be firm and consistent, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, I tend to lose my temper.
But look, do you lose your temper because you've spent 80% of the time being passive, and then you've had enough and you lose your temper? Instead of spending 80% of the time being bossy britches, so that you never get to needing to lose your temper. Because I know I do that sometimes, especially with my own horses, because they're my pets, even though I ride everybody's. So you let them off with this, and you let them off with that, and then by day 3 you're like, actually, you're not doing that, and then you lose your temper. But really, it was our fault for letting them off with things that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. I ride other people. He's a clever little sod, isn't he?
Right, I'm going to do a little bit of piaffe thing.
Oh, yes, I wanted you to have a look at that. And the passage, I think they're coming.
So, I'm telling him there, because whatever he does, I want to feel like it goes forward. Not free forward, not big forward, but he must think forward. So as soon as I clicked and touched him with the whip, he felt backwards to me. That's why that's why I wellied him.
I've been using the whip on the top of his thumb as near as I can get it. Is that correct?
Good boy, yeah. Maybe if you react more, I don't have to use it so much.
I've just been flicking him. I've not been hitting him, I've just been flicking him.
Good boy. So again, he's got to be a little bit like...
It's not entirely respectful, is it?
That was better. Good boy. I'm not touching him there, I'm just whacking it in the air to make him a bit like, oh, let's pay attention, good boy. So all I'm doing here is like stoking him up a bit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not asking for anything other than, oi, are you thinking about, do it, good boy. And in a minute I'll ask for some half steps. But at the moment I'm just saying, come on, are you busy? Are you thinking about this? Are you accepting the frame? Good boy. Come on. I don't want to tell him off, but not in a minute.
Yeah, he's kicked a hole in mine. One of mine. I've got quite a lot of nerve.
Boy. Boy.
He's getting to like my version of passage, and I'm not sure what I'm doing is correct. He's being obedient, so I can't tell him off. Well, that was interesting. You just gave your own kick.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good.
Oh, that's good.
Good boy. He's got to get hot.
Yeah.
But in a contained way. You know, you can't do it at this stage because he's learning it without that little bit of fuss. I mean, he's got to almost think it's a bit exciting. You can see he's wound up now. Yeah. But not in a stress to buggery way. In a sort of, oh, what we're doing? I need to be a bit attentive. I need to be awake. I need to be alive. Good boy. He's doing all this bouncing now, not me, which is good.
Well, I can see what you mean about the backwardness sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. And the kick out is...
That's a refusal.
Good boy. We're not, you don't start off by asking puppy up on the spot for an 8. It's just a bounce forward.
That is what I've been doing and finding it up.
It must feel like it wants to go forwards. And once he's energetic and wanting to carry it forwards, then we can sit up, half halt, and say, now maintain it more on the spot. But I mean, we're way off that yet. But that was better than last time as well.
Oh, I'm much more near to stationary. But I mean, he doesn't need to be stationary anyway.
No, it's not nearly as it needs to be yet.
Jerry, is Calum got his head carriage higher than I had him on Sunday, or the same? Isn't it? Oh, well done, Calum. You're better than I am. Without a doubt. Which is why I pay you. And you don't pay me. So obviously what I'm doing is all right then.
Yeah, feeling more.
Good boy. Likes this, actually.
Yeah, it's getting quite fiery.
Yeah, enjoys it.
Good boy.
You're getting, I tell you what you are getting, there's a lot more from the front legs than last time. Last time it's all happening behind and nothing on top of the top. It's coming out the front.
Good boy, well done.
Oh, God, he kept his hocks underneath him to do that.
Good. Good boy, well done.
Yeah, the front's more matching with the back end now. You did
Good boy.
about it. That's fantastic. Any tips other than what you told me last time?
No, I think what's interesting for me, Nick, is I know I give you a bit of a hard time, but I think it's paid off me helping you on him as well.
Next time I will.
Yes,
him.
I think it's because today was so much better.
Good. I wanted a reality check from you. Oh, thank you.
He feels more between the aids, more like he's listening. You know.
Did you get 6 ones?
Yeah, on both ends.
Oh, I didn't see on the other one. That's brilliant.
I think we've got the video. You'll be able to look.
Yeah. So I'm not to ask, Jerry. I'm not to ask until I've got that cancer. Oh, did you hear that? How rude! Supposed to be my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can tell I drive you crackers sometimes because I think you come to me and you want me to say, well, we just do this and you'll get it. And I'm like, I'm afraid you just got to chip away at it and work on, you know.
No, you don't drive me crackers. It's an enormous amount for me. I was looking at my riding the last time I had a lesson. It was bloody awful.
Well, look, it's never nice to watch you riding, is it? I don't like it. I can't bear it.
Shaken to pieces. It just didn't look good on the horse at all. I wasn't particularly well, but that's not really an excuse, is it? But I have been sitting lighter on him.
You look more secure, but everything just looked more in sync today.
The last lesson I had with you was unbelievable. I've had to watch it 2 or 3 times because you told me so much.
Yeah.
And it was the other thing was my whole leg has to be on. Do not separate top and bottom of leg.
Yes.
So that's why I've been sitting lighter because although my bum's not as hard in the saddle, I can get my whole leg on better like that.
Yes.
Without being...
I always think, you know, you should sit in the saddle like if you were bareback. You'd hold the horse with the whole of your leg, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd let yourself back into the horse because you'd have no choice. You know, you'd almost slump a little bit, wouldn't you, like that? And you'd wrap your whole leg around it. And that's how you must sit, but without the slump.
Yes,
so, you know, you'd be like this, and then you just got to take the slump out. But so that everything's weighted down and wrapped around him. And then that's when you can have them. And then once you've got him held with your seat and your leg, and then you've got him in the contact, that's connection. All 3 things.
Yeah.
People always think connection is just the contact. It's the whole, it's the 3...
No, I do actually get that. It's got to be his back feet in my hands.
Yeah.
Thing.
You know, really regulated by your body in the middle.
Yeah.
Less angry, more bossy. That's the thing, isn't it?
I've noticed that people get angry and it's frustration.
Well, it is. We all do it. You know, we're human. You know. Yeah, we just sort of it manifests, doesn't it, with the getting cross.
Yeah, I don't ever beat him up, do I? I mean, to be honest,
I can. No, I'm not saying you do. I know. Listen, you couldn't if you wanted to offend him. You know, you couldn't hurt him. You know, you just couldn't. So I'm not saying that. It's more about, the point is more, be more on his case a little bit all the time. Isn't it? That's the point. Not doing not too much and then getting annoyed.
Yeah. He's a funny horse. He's such a lazy bugger when you get him out. This is why I don't like competing him very much.
See, he felt lazy today, but I felt then he was more rideable.
Well, there is that. He went for a hack yesterday.
You know, he was less doing his own thing. I could stoke him up and make him rideable hot.
Yeah.
Rather than on his own planet hot, which is, you know, what can we do with them then? Don't do that.
Thank you very much. That's
good.
Brilliant.
I think that's enough, don't you?
Yeah, I don't want to ride him. He's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But next time I will ride him unless I have major problems.
I wouldn't be surprised if by next time you're getting more like 10. I think he'll just, before you know it, he'll be doing ones all the way around the school.
Have you not noticed I'm getting 1 more per month?